Libra, your Lenormand reading for March 2022. There's writing over and over again here. There's innocent communication, sweet communication. And it's all centered around this man. I'll give you a little bit of information about this man. He's loyal. Loyalty is probably his top priority. Maybe he's your friend. Maybe he's just a romantic connection. I'm not sure as of right now. His truth. He's stubborn. He might have had to overcome a lot of challenges in his life, and maybe he's trying to overcome a really big one right now. He's a little jealous. He might be a little bit sneaky, gossipy. He may be well-to-do or be well-known for something. It's funny how he's surrounded by recognition of difficulty or big recognition as high as you can think about. But also, he might have a lot of friends around him, but maybe there's a lot of jealousy too that surrounds him. He may be an old soul, or he might be an older gentleman, and he may be well written. He could be acknowledged for something that he's written. There could be a romantic letter that he's written. And whatever he's written is either not taken well by others, or he's written a jealous message. There might be a cyclical pattern of nasty communications with this person or towards this person. This is something that's gone on and on over and over again. That's been a challenge in his communication. He's a chatty one. He might be a little nervous. Nervous and jealous, older, romantic. A hard worker, but he gets stuck in a rut. He's a friend. He's at least mostly truthful. I find that he has a hard time being a good friend when it comes to jealousy in relationships and romance. A difficulty of jealousy within romantic relationships, and there's a promise here. A commitment to expanding or choosing to have a family, or choosing to go towards some type of health goal of some kind. Maybe some letter of his didn't get received. That was his letter, or he wrote to you. It's had a difficult time making its way to you. The letter could be difficult to, it could be, he could be nervous about it, about how it's taken. It's taken him a long time to communicate this, potentially. There's some type of pain or trouble in romance that's been going on for quite some time. Or maybe he's having trouble in being recognized for his own purity. People don't maybe see him that way. Or maybe they do see him like the good guy and he's older. So maybe they, there's a difficulty with how the relationship's being seen because he is older. There's an age difference. Because he's an older friend, this communication may, especially if it's romantic in nature, could be making him nervous. He doesn't know how it's going to be taken. Friends of this man are jealous or envious, and they would be envious about maybe the lily represents innocence, and the snake is kind of the opposite of that. It's the embracing of the animal instinct side of yourself. It's doing the bad things sometimes. It's quiet. The lily's also quiet, but in a different way, in a cherished and kind of cherub-like way, but not in a cherub-like child way, more in an older, wiser way. So there's a wisdom here that I'm seeing, a wise communication. So maybe he's taken a long time, or you've taken a long time to really think it over, to really think about what you wanted to say and how you wanted to communicate about this romantic situation. This man is loyal and he is wise, a bit jealous, stubborn, yes, a romantic, a diehard romantic, and he's a classic kind. Someone who's chivalrous, someone who's will work hard at a relationship and gaining that trust and that loyalty. He's recognizing his own he's seeing himself as older. He's recognizing that he's older. He's actually stopping to take a glimpse at himself and realizing like he isn't as young as he used to be anymore. That he's got some crags and cracks like a mountain. He's that might be his. He might truly love you, or you might truly love somebody, but you're realizing like, but I am what I am, and I'm finally, one day we all start off like, 16, and then all of a sudden one day we look in the mirror and we're 34 or 56 or whatever, and we're like, damn, how did I get here? Maybe he's realizing that others are seeing him in a certain way, and he's finally seeing himself that way for the first time, and it's might not be the easiest thing for him, but it's true. It's his truth, and it's wise. He's wise about it. So it's honest, is what I want to say. He's an honest friend, and he communicates his honest opinion. So an honest communication. Some troubles that have been going on for a while, tricky situation, there's a message about them, or there's communication in the written form or in a text or whatever, and it's honest communication. It's innocent, and someone might be a bit nervous about it. There's an innocence of jealousy that's communicated, an honesty about jealousy or envy that's communicated from a friend in written form, a friend of some kind. Maybe a friend is writing to you, an old friend, about how they romantically feel blocked in this situation, and that they'd like the relationship to grow, but they know they're getting older, or they are older, and they're not being seen. They're being seen as a friend when really they're jealous and they'd like to be seen as more. It's a relationship that's it's a taboo relationship. Whether there was sexual stuff involved or not, there's still kind of an element of like, what's going on here? This is interesting. But it seems sweet enough. Recognizing a friend. You could be recognizing a friend is going through some big troubles in their life, or big challenges that are not so great. And this has been going on for a while, and they message you about how they honestly feel about this, and communicate with you about that. There could be honest communication that comes in that's a little bit nasty or mean, but it seems to be softened. A friend of this man maybe backbit him or backstabbed him. He might be communicating about that. Innocence of the man is written. I guess this relationship's context and path is your choosing. And it seems like this man is at the center of your month. This also could be a consciousness of the situation. You're realizing your own mortality. You're realizing and recognizing that love is important. Maybe a love of the past is, and you're feeling blocked in the future from there is a roadblock up ahead. But this reading speaks of partnership and commitment and contracts. So there's a recognition of a friend, a recognition of loyalty, or an admonition, or a romantic friend, a challenge over jealousy. A friend may be jealous of a love that you share with someone else now. Maybe this is the first time they're expressing this to you, and it will be in a written format. There's a glowing letter or glowing communication. It's a beautiful, poetic message, whatever it is. It could be poetry itself. It could be singing. Somebody could be a singer, being recognized for being a singer. You might be a little older, but you might still get some recognition for that. This could be a letter from an older man that was a friend. That's taken a while to get to you. An argument that was had. Forgiveness. This message could be a forgiveness about an argument that was had with an older gentleman friend, or a gentleman that's older than you. Somebody snuck off with a certain somebody, a girl with brown hair and glasses, to the mountains with a dog at night. I'm getting that as well. There could have been a night outing in the mountains. That's just coming through for me specifically. Many, many moons ago. This was the past. In the past there was romance. In the future there's a stop. There's a barricade. There's a challenge. There's a message about this challenge being communicated, about a relationship, a commitment. There is trouble over loyalty being written here. Someone's having a hard time with accepting that somebody's moved on, I think, and that they're getting older, and that they recognize that this love was pure, unadulterated. There's a purity in the past, then there's an adulteration. Because a snake is like, a snake in the lily. There's also sex, so there was probably an innocence. You could have met this person when you were pretty young. You both could have been pretty young. Hopefully that's the way it went without getting too complicated about it. Excuse me. This communication that comes in at the end, you could want, or they could want you to collaborate. They could want to reunite or rekindle this. There will be a challenge with that. And this will be a reoccurring pattern that's gone on before. Excuse me. There's a trusting the difficulty, and there's jealousy over a romance. So this person could be coming in because they see you in a happy relationship or a committed relationship, and they're not in one anymore. There's obviously multiple facets to everybody and every situation. So this person could be really recognizing that the situation was ideal then and is kind of reminiscing. There's a reminiscing here as well, and a beating oneself up over the past of what happened or what they let go, or that they want that again. They want to do it over again. But there was pain there because of deception. Somebody cheated, somebody lied, somebody wasn't very nice, somebody got jealous. And that's the difficulty from the past, which is causing the block into the future for this man moving forward and with his romance. He's got his head turned to the past, so he's living in the past. I don't know, Virgo. I'm sorry. This doesn't seem like a very easy situation, but I wanted to give you something short, and I wish it was sweet, but, each month to its own. It seems like there is a partnership that is growing, though, that you've chose. So whether that's a partnership and that you're building a family with, maybe. So if you are in a relationship and somebody comes in, you've got your stability here. Your choice is yours, of course, but I wouldn't worry too much. You'll make the right decision for you. All right, have a good month. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.